Fellas, you look good. Y'all look good.
For the 10th time.
Yeah.
For the 10th time.
Yeah.
It's 10 times over. What y'all listen to on the way over here?
You know, I'm always on just listening to the radio.
GPS. what about you? So you look like you listen to something fancy.
Now I was listening to some little R&B, you know what I'm saying? Some throwbacks, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all was feeling, you feel the coat, you know what I mean? So I had to feel smooth today. I couldn't listen to too much, hip hop today.
How about you, Mike?
Honestly, I was listening to some old Nori. I had some Blood Money on.
Oh, Nori.
Listening to Blood Money.
You was listening to something that dealt with like the 80s cocaine era because the glasses is giving me that. Boston George type look.
George Young.
I'm getting old. I need transitions.
Oh, I feel like
all these bright lights. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take it down a bit.
But
now I was listening to. I actually had a client, super dope chick, Ebony Riley. Album is absolutely amazing.
It's fire. I saw you.
Absolutely, I can't stop playing it.
It's an R&B album.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
I see now. I gotta listen to that when I'm on my way
dope.
home. Right?
What's her name again?
Ebony Riley.
Ebony Riley. Let me put that in my Google search.
Really good artist. I'm happy to see her succeed. Only known her a day. Well, I can't stop playing it. It's my fault.
All right.
You got a crush.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I just
he
said
like her music.
He got a crush on her. He got a crush on her album. A musical crush. You can have that.
A musical crush. Yeah.
I feel like that with Kalani both ways though.
Both ways.
Both ways.
And Just Hilarious. He got no music.
Stop.
What? I love Just Hilarious.
Listen to her laugh.
Yep.
Just with the mess.
Yeah, she's nice and ghetto. I just want to just slick her edges. I want to slick her edges.
All right, yo, listen. Before you keep going about this Just Hilarious, I need you to do us a favor. Please like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Hit the bell when all the new episodes is coming out, new shorts, new everything coming out. Hit the like and subscribe button plus the bell. Thank you.
There we go.
No, yeah, I like that.
Somebody get Just Hilarious to subscribe. So in case you want to
hit the button, Jess.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna never let this down, but go ahead.
And nobody even asked me what I was listening to on the way over
I
here.
did. You ain't answer.
Oh, B can start talking.
Yeah, you was talking about something else.
I'm listening to the new Jim Jones album.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
In my prime.
Yeah.
Him and
Hit Boy, Hitmaker.
What's the name of the album?
I'm back in my prime or in my prime?
Yeah, that's joint is cool.
That's my joint.
You can listen to it straight through.
Yeah, straight through.
Straight through. No, you ain't gotta skip nothing. You can listen to it straight through.
Yeah, that Jim shit is tough. And the Finesse 2 times I'm listening to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what's that? Never mind.
Other way. I think you make a food reference. I
won't be listening to that album. Nigga said that.
Something with chicken fingers.
The magic fingers going for a second, like,
hey, little mama, you know that you wrong. You lie with your tongue. What's that? That's I couldn't remember his name.
What's his boy name?
I don't know his name.
NLE Chopper.
NLE Chopper.
Yeah, I love that song.
All right, let's get into this before we start talking about all these people.
We gonna talk about music all day.
Yeah. Yo, Klein, what'd you listen to? All right, we're gonna start a hard body karate right now.
Go ahead, son. I'm ready.
Ooh.
Fire.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Warmth. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have to take that front row.
I ain't gotta take it. I told you, man. I told you before.
All right, All-Star
in the summer, baby.
All-Star Reserves, being a side piece. Is being a side piece better than being in an actual relationship? I'm gonna go to you first, too. Don't pause, though.
Deep thought.
Nah, I ain't never deep thought on that one.
Come on.
I tell you straight up. Being a side piece is, I think now I had my best experiences in a relationship. The requirements is minimal. You don't have to worry about too much. All you got to do is say good morning. They'll love you for a good morning text. Because she really likes you. So
you say a side piece with her having the main squeeze?
Yes.
Or just a side piece?
I'm saying a side piece for her having the main squeeze. I've been a habitual side piece for a long period of time in my life.
I like it.
And I enjoyed it. It's fun.
It is.
What are some of the perks? What do you think are some of the perks for you?
You ain't got to deal with the day-to-day. Yeah, I could milk the cow without having to pay for it. That's the best thing ever.
It's like having a condom.
That's a mean way to put that.
No, but I'm saying, listen.
Just to be clear, we're not calling women heifers.
I'm not saying it in that format. I'm not calling you a heifer or a cow or anything like that. But what I'm saying is this, right? He has to deal with the day-to-day. He has to make sure that he does this for you, that for you, that for you, entertain whatever you got going on. And all I got to do, my requirements is little. I fit in when I fit in. And it's easy because I don't have to worry about the birthdays. I don't have to worry about the crazy vacations. I don't have to worry about you having an attitude and dealing with that. I get the nice guy. Like, oh, you thought about me today. Well, he's here talking about you all day, and he don't get the
that's
respect
less
that he
than a
deserves.
side piece. You less than a side piece.
No, how am I
you
less?
are. This is
Come on.
like.
Mike, what you got on being a? First of all, have you ever been a side piece?
See, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if I've willingly ever been a side piece.
You didn't know it just surprised you with the side piece?
She might have called me out the blue, and that wasn't my main chick, but I wouldn't have willingly signed up to be a side piece, only because I am a very emotional person.
You?
Yeah.
Who? You? No.
Possessive in a sense, and I mean that like if I think it's mine, then it's mine, and I don't want that shit to be shared.
I think you expressed that episode one.
But in that same vein, I wouldn't want to be somebody's side piece only because I feel like I'm first place. I feel like I'm first place.
Like
when
you
I
value
choose to
yourself.
be. Yeah, I would say if I'm making a choice to enter a relationship, shut your
Mike deserves better than that.
You need a hug. Somebody give him a hug.
No, honestly, like, if I was to have somebody consider me to be a second option, I think that would devalue me internally more than it would.
Really?
Yeah, in the perception. Like I know that I could stand my own walking outside.
Right.
For lack of a better word, I know that I'm conscious of how I look. Meaning, I know that I'm a handsome dude. I've been told that all my life.
There you go.
But for me to consider myself to be second place to any, I don't give a shit who else is, you know what I mean, coming up first.
I got something for that, right? Now, say for instance, you do value yourself, and there's nothing wrong. I'm
Got
not
me
saying,
looking up at this nigga.
No, yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing to saying that you devalue yourself as a person, but you never know that the female may have certain situations that in ties with a person that it's going to be very hard for her to let go of. So for you, you're feeling that void where she's have to deal with him because of this. And it doesn't mean that you're less than him. It just means that you're.
I'm gonna get back to that. Let me let Beacon spice this one up.
I got it.
No, because
I like that though, but
Stu right, but he just want to do even less than what you're supposed to do. You still gotta go to the movies.
No, you still do that. Listen,
Beyonce just went on tour, my nigga. You still gotta do something.
Hold on. I'm not gonna let him scapegoat right now because don't try to talk about what nobody else talking about. I'm asking you: is it better to be in a side piece?
Yeah,
or be in the main squeeze?
absolutely. It's better to be in a
Thank
side.
you.
It's better to be a side piece, but it's because of all the other things that I just don't want to do. It's not because of like I just don't want to do that stuff. I don't want to be responsible for your living, like how you live. I don't want to be responsible for that.
Like living like what? Give me like a generalization.
Like rent? You ever heard somebody ask for rent?
Oh,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
That don't mean nothing. If you're a side piece, depending on what kind of
No,
side
what I'm
piece you
saying
are,
is-
they still ask you for money too.
I'm about to say.
It doesn't say like you do less. It do less work depending on the person because she can't accept certain gifts from you or certain things at certain times. Because
Like flowers
it
on
was
Valentine's Day.
Because
Dumb
then
shits
that's
on the
gonna be
Belt Parkway.
That, what are you doing? Birthdays, she's gonna go MIA because she got to handle her, prerequisites with him or whatever.
But you said
catch her
it.
the
You
day
reduced
after.
it to a good morning text. That's
No,
the
I'm
point.
not saying, but I'm just.
That's what I'm saying. Like you still,
As-
side piece. I think the side piece bare minimum should be
Side
like a
piece
good
has less
Saturday
expectation.
afternoon.
No, but
Right?
The way Mike, I like, but
It
see,
should be a good Saturday afternoon. That's what a side piece is typically.
But the
that's way
perception
I
of
like
the perception of it is from both views, right? So the view I got from you guys is side piece means the responsibility level is low, and Mike sees it at, or from Mike's view, tell me if I'm wrong. The value of you feel the value of it is different.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it more of, again, an emotional perspective, like what am I getting out of this interaction?
the buns.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then I'm cool with just that, but I don't want any other ties to it. Like I don't want to be considered your second anything else. If you want to call me over, I'll come over for a few minutes and leave. That's one thing.
But you're still a side piece, though.
Yeah, but a side piece is still an extended relationship. You still have to maintain a
But that's what I was
relationship
trying to
as a
do.
side. You have to play your role.
So quick question.
I'd rather have no role.
So quick question. So could you, like, I'll go down the line of this one. Would you feel comfortable in a relationship where, we just start talking to somebody and there's no defined role, where she could have other options?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not knocking the side piece role at all.
Okay.
Again, if that's your intention and you have an understanding that that's what you're getting into, cool, absolutely. But if I'm, again, dating somebody and I have no clear-cut line of when we're going to be an official, then no.
When we
You
getting
know what I mean?
married.
Yeah,
Mike
he's
said,
like he's the guy
Mike
who's
said,
catching,
when we getting
he's catching the
married.
bouquet at the
But
next
look,
wedding.
in that same vein, if I call you and I say, yo, you want to go hang out on Friday, and you tell me, oh no, I'm going out with another nigga on Friday, then you off the team. Like I don't want to.
Damn,
What?
you kinda.
Why?
So hold on.
So you about to
hold
sleep
on.
with him Friday and meet up with me Saturday?
No,
Yeah.
Friday,
I don't want it.
About to sleep with him
I
Friday,
don't
sleep with
want
me
it.
Friday night.
Exactly. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Why
As a
not?
young man, yeah, I was cool with it.
I get it. I get why not. But what I'm saying is that's why I was trying to define what a side piece is.
So mac and
because-
cheese, steak dinner.
No. What are you talking
No,
about? Why
I'm
you trying to
saying,
devalue
listen.
my way?
Listen.
No, macaroni and cheese is bomb.
Nah,
Everywhere.
you said
Listen.
steak dinner. There's
Listen.
no $2,000 mac and cheese plate.
If you get the lobster
There's a
joint,
$2,000
lobster mac.
steak.
Lobster
Don't try
mac
to
is
play
bomb.
me.
Listen, all I'm saying is this, right?
Don't try to devalue my shit.
All I'm saying is this.
Everybody don't eat steak.
As being, I've been the official spokesman for the Side Piece University,
Okay.
right? I'm just saying is this. Your role is not as strenuous as
How much is the
man.
tuition to the Side Piece University?
Scholarships.
I know.
Where do we apply for the school at?
Master
I'm
class.
sorry. I'm sorry. That was crazy. That was crazy.
So you trying to tell me that the side piece is supposed to just, the bare minimum is supposed to
No,
just
I'm not
be...
saying it
has a benefit.
It has benefits. It's just not your requirements. It's not as strenuous.
But then you have to differentiate the difference between the side piece and the other guy. The other guy is a husband, right? That's
It
the
don't have to be-
responsibility of
it
a
don't have to be a
mortgage.
husband. It could
That's
just
I
be
said.
a
That's what I'm
boyfriend.
saying. What I'm saying is, I don't want to be responsible for how you live. I don't want you to have to live here or be here or we live and live. I don't need to be responsible for your life. How you live your life is how you live your life.
All right, so when
That's the reason why I don't want to do that.
So both of y'all saying the same thing for different reasons.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I've been listen. We've been doing this when we was younger, right? We was never really. Sometimes, well, I know for me, I know
He was
I'm
steak.
speaking-
He was steak. He had a lot of relationships.
Shit, yeah, that's what. But I'm saying for
Yeah,
me,
you
in high
called me
school,
emotional.
we didn't have to care about
Yeah,
you
he
where you're
emotional.
living. You didn't live with you. Nobody was living
glasses.
with each other in high school. When you went to college, who was living with each other in college? No
Me
one.
and you lived together.
All right,
talking about
but,
the-
but still, but that's
The
because we was
king.
roommates. But other than that, that dynamic of it, like the dude was that I'm holding your hands during class. I'm walking you down the hallway. Not little did he know.
Yeah, that's changed into mortgages for us. We're
But
older
I'm
now.
saying, I understand
I
that.
just don't want to be the guy responsible for the mortgage. That's what I'm saying.
So you
I'm
did it in
saying-
reverse. See, but okay, so a lot of that was done younger for us.
There you
And that's what he's
go.
saying. So in reverse, like you held hands. You was walking them to the train station. Remember early episodes? And now you don't walk them to the now you don't want to be responsible for that. Now you're trying to find somebody else to walk them to the train.
Yeah.
And that was the bare minimum then. Welcome to the train.
It's not a
I don't wanna work you to the
He got out when the
Nah,
responsibility got
Yeah,
hired.
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Nah, I dig it, bro. Like I said, at the end of I'm not saying I want to do that
That's
now.
called a husband.
Yo,
Like, I'll be a side piece
husband's
for
been
life.
free.
We evolved, but I'm just saying, let's be like, we all know if you could have it easier, you would take it easier. And that's all I'm saying. And it doesn't mean that you have to devalue yourself, because that's what you're saying. You don't want to devalue yourself as a man.
No, but
And-
you guys said that y'all value that as a staple,
I
right?
didn't even make a statement yet.
No,
I ain't say nothing yet.
No. But this is in previous episodes. Y'all said that y'all value that as a like that is being that man that is going to provide for her and take care of her and make sure that she never has to worry. That guy is separate from the guy who we're talking about, and that
No,
guy.
so I'm gonna answer that one because I didn't even answer this question. So I'll answer this. Yes, now, some odd years later, but he's asking what the question is, which one did you have a better time? It's like when you work at a job.
Of course,
did you
absolutely.
have more fun in the mailroom or when you was the CEO? It's like, you now you're the CEO and you're doing whatever, but in the mailroom you had hella fun.
Well, I
and
ain't
that's
have
what
as
I think
much
that's what it
fun not doing that.
that's what it boils down
Let
to.
me ask a devil's advocate question. Let's say that we are now in the role of the husband.
Right.
Would you value her having a side piece to take pressure off of you?
But that's why she got me, because you keep running around, you hustling, nigga.
No.
Enjoy your life.
I'm saying, as the husband,
You hustling.
Listen,
as the husband, would you be okay with her
I
having a
don't
side
think- I
piece to
don't-
take pressure
I-
off
I
of
don't,
you?
I don't think no man, once we commit ourselves to that level of forever as being a husband, wants your woman or your mate to be with anybody. So let's put that in perspective. I'm not.
It
no
depends
man,
though.
No
Because
man.
I've spoken to people, hold on. I've spoken to people who said this. I'm going to be fair. I'm not saying this is me. I'm just saying I've spoken to people who say, listen, as long as she bring her funky ass home and she pay her side of the bills and it leaves her with happiness and she's not diving into your shit, I really don't care what she
But
does.
see
As long as it doesn't get
but
messy.
see that's a man who's outside doing himself too. So that being
No, maybe
Not
some guys are,
necessarily.
no, because some guys are incapable of providing that level of security for their wife. Because some people are swingers. Some people
Or
have
some
like
people only
swingers.
provide that security of the financial aspect, and they don't want to deal in the other relations.
Some guys show up.
You want to
buy
go
her
out?
stuff.
Yeah.
Call his ass up.
Yeah.
He'll take you out.
He take you to
Yeah.
dinner, right? Yeah. But that's
what I was saying because even Stewart even pushed it even lower. So the husband, the in this box, right? The husband has said, "Do what the hell you want to do." The side piece has said, "I'll take you to Beyonce because Beyonce going on tour, right?" And then Stewart said, "Good morning, nigga." Like he don't even want to be a good side piece. He said, "I want to say good morning."
He want to be like string
Touch
beans.
your butt.
Listen, I thought about you. I woke up this morning, you know, and
He
then
said
before
a
I left the
DoorDash
house,
a month ought to do.
I said good morning.
Wingstop.
I said good morning.
I'll answer this
So-
question. So I think when you're younger, it is these cars definitely are different colors. Yeah, I have to make sure I'm not getting old.
3 episodes.
Yeah,
We all are.
All right. No, I think being a side piece is dope.
Definitely.
It is dope because like the responsibility level, like you get the raw person. You get the best of the person.
Thank you.
Which sounds crazy.
True.
Thank you.
The problem would be because at this end of the day, our biggest fear in life, right, is that somebody's fucking somebody else, right? Let's be clear, right?
You already solved that.
You solved that problem. That's out the window. That's out the window. You know what's up. Yes. Yeah. You know what's up at this point. She's fucking somebody else, right? I think it alleviates the pressure of that. So now you
Yeah.
know she ain't out here just popping that thing, or you out here, or the guys out here popping that thing. I think it alleviates that level of pressure because it's like, I don't have to be out in the street looking for a comfort zone because I have one.
Yeah.
Then I think you also eliminate a whole bunch of other things in the middle of that, like when it's time to go out to dinner, do things like that. I think sometimes when I was younger, I think sometimes the side makes things a lot easier for you than the main.
Yeah.
I think the problem becomes when you're the side person is that those nights when it's Friday
Yeah.
night and you sitting there, I think this is one of the big reasons why we all get into relationships. I can speak for
Yeah.
myself. But you sitting there Friday night and you want to just chill.
You know I got something for that.
No. Sometimes I think that's why I think that's why everybody starts to settle down because
Yeah.
sometimes it's Friday night and you want to
Those
chill,
days get less and less.
but you start dealing with unnecessary conversations where you feel like you don't you understand like this is my role and this is what I had to deal with, but now you're extending my role because now I'm dealing with your attitude, and I'm like, if I'm the side dude, I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Your mama this
Yeah,
and
but
shit.
that's why you
I
gotta
don't
go
do it.
about
Listen,
Beyonce
I can
concerts
still
and not
listen,
just say good
but I'm
morning.
saying I can still
Not
listen.
Friday night when you want to get some buns.
No, but I'm just saying sometimes you gotta give and take. You know what I mean? Listen, you know, like at the end of the day, it's not gonna always be easy. So at least you gotta hear something from her to make it seem like you really care, and that's it. And
No,
then
you-
if you talk about
See?
and look, and for Friday nights, right? This is my
That's an
thing.
advanced side. I don't
That's
want to
all
be
he's
an
doing.
advanced side.
Listen,
I ain't doing
listen.
nothing else.
The benefit of the
Listen,
side.
I'm gonna say this, right? On Friday nights, I used to always overbook, right? So if I overbook, I would never be unbooked. So that way, I decide who I want
like
to
a
see
flight
on a
attendant.
Friday
Yeah.
night. And that was it,
You
bro.
sound like JetBlue.
I'm just saying,
You
I'm
sound like my
keeping it
last
real.
trip to
We're gonna
Vegas.
bump you to another date.
We're
now.
gonna need a request.
Here's a voucher.
Someone has to deboard this date
Yeah.
night. What you do? You send them. You pay them out.
Yeah.
No, you
If
know,
you wait another week, you'll get STK.
Yeah.
you know,
Here's a
listen,
voucher for
I'm
STK.
just saying, listen, I went through it like this, right? This was my boy. Like, all right, I chill with her already. I didn't chill with her. So maybe I'm gonna chill with her this weekend if she's available, right?
Well, I mean, it all makes sense.
It makes sense, right?
all right.
And I'm just
I ain't
saying,
mad- I ain't
like,
mad at it.
I'm gonna hit y'all with the smash and grab down here.
all
Come
right, go
on.
ahead. I'm just being honest.
I need the fast one to this. What about being a side with more responsibility? Like almost being a main. Like being a side, knowing that it's somebody else, but having those same responsibilities. Are you comfortable with that?
No, not at all. You should never be.
Okay. How about
There's
you?
a
Stu?
difference.
Nah, I done turned down females and they be like, let's see. I think you need to go talk to your man about that. You know, go back to him.
That's deep.
That is deep because I didn't want it.
What you got, Mike?
No, I think being a side is kind of like an ego stroke. It's the illusion of validation that somebody wants you, even though you know that, again, you're not first place. I think a term that I pretty much reference in thinking about sides.
You
and-
keep thinking you're not first place, bro.
Nah,
No, that's me.
listen.
That's
That's
personal.
Mike.
That's personal. That's my
Mike
bite.
He been
said-
consistent with that.
Yeah.
So what you just said was
Yeah.
that being a side is you don't have to answer that question, is she fucking somebody else?
Yeah.
I'm on the flip side. Now you've answered that question, and I know for certain that you fucking with somebody else. I don't want it. I just, again, that's how.
Yeah, I hear
but there's a term in video called suspension of disbelief. Like if you just go see a Superman movie, you never in your life you never in your life seen a man fly up in the sky. But for that movie, you're willing to believe, yeah, Superman flies around. So when you're being a side person, you're willing to believe that you have no attachment and you could just do these minimal things and everybody's all good. So you're willing to suspend the belief that she's fucking with somebody else, knowing that you wouldn't personally want that for your own relationship.
I don't know if people would. Again,
Nah, those are two separate people. That's the
I was about
reason.
to say you.
That's what makes it good.
Gotta put them in the
Two
box.
separate
Yeah.
people.
You got.
Because sometimes
There's always going to be two people in that
No, right,
relationship.
because you could be the best, before I clean this up, you could be the best person in both relationships, but there's a level of consistency. Like she could have a guy that she lived with for 10, 15 years and she got 2 kids with him. You can't expect her to leave that dude. That's just,
that's
but
why
at
you're
that point,
second.
That's
you're not
why I
really
said
second. It's just that you can't put yourself in a situation where you're going to have more of a headache afterwards.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
this.
don't rate
But you don't
myself.
expect her to leave that nigga 15 years either.
Some people do.
Yeah.
You do.
You don't
that's-
expect that when you go into the relationship as a side, hoping that she's going to leave. You don't want to be
I think
first.
everybody. No. So I'll be clear.
Side pieces wanna be first?
No, that's why most side relationships don't work because at some point the disillusion is like you start comparing yourself to the other person. You start, like you said, if you're talking to a girl, you meet her and she goes, "Listen, I'm talking to somebody else. I'm trying to wiggle my way out that relationship." At some point, you're gonna start comparing yourself to that guy, and you're gonna force her to make a decision. It's either me or him.
You would want to be in his place knowing that she's cheating on him?
No, I'm just saying, when you meet a girl right now, let's say right now at the age we at right now, right? All of us, you meet a girl. You meet this girl and she decides, and she's still talking to somebody. Y'all in the talking stages. At some point, like you said, you want a defined line, right? Okay. So it's me or the other world. Now you're comparing yourself to, because if she says, "Hey, I'm talking to this guy, I've been dealing with him off and on for a few years, but I'm trying to wean me way out this relationship, I'm looking to be with you," she's gonna want more, you're gonna want more from her. And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
We're talking about the conventional way of speaking about it out loud, but I think what happens with females and males, you start trying to be that number one.
Yeah.
If you keep that out your mind about being this ranking system, I think it works perfect. But once you start ranking it where it's like, oh, that's your husband or that's your wife, I think you put yourself in a different place. When you start comparing yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I would always do that only because, shit, in a relationship, I only want there to be two people. I don't want to be in somebody else's relationship.
No threesomes for Mike.
Yeah. Keep that shit.
All right. Enter cheat code, infidelity, men and women. This flows right into it.
Okay.
Right?
Definitely right into it.
Right?
Let's get it.
Ooh, I'm gonna go to you first on this, because do men and women cheat differently or for different reasons?
No. For the mostly, it's the same exact reason, which is freedom. You just want to be out there in the world. You don't want to have to always focus on this one person and all of the shortcomings that they've come up with. So both people look elsewhere for whatever.
So you saying it's the shortcomings of the opposite person that you dated?
I'm just saying in general, that's the way it goes. That's usually the way it goes. Where
If you've cheated, what was your reason for you cheating?
me personally,
No, you not
I'm a
in
good
person.
I said I'm a good guy.
nah, I just believe in freedom. I just believe that you can't lock people into a situation.
I'm about to lock you into a situation right now. When you've cheated in your relationship,
Why are
what
we
was the
talking
reason?
about me in
What's the reason?
particular?
Yeah,
Because you're the parent.
we getting it. It's episode 10.
For 100.
Yeah.
This is
want-
for
When
100.
when you've been in a
100%
relationship,
of
It was me, all right? It was me, okay? I'm flawed, okay? I try every day to be a better person. But then my DMs, man. Nah, I'm joking, but it's just, we want to be free. We don't want to just have to be committed. I don't know.
you wanted to be free.
I believe most people are. Be it a one-time thing, 36 years into a relationship, or be it something that started 2 years in, shit happens. Life is lived.
So I'm gonna
People
force this
live
question
life.
down your throat. When you have cheated in the past,
What
what was
are
your
you
reasoning behind you cheating?
Listen, this is why you on this panel, right? You gotta give 100% of your perspective. That's why it's called 4 for 100. So you have to answer it with 100% of your
Okay.
perspective.
When you've
Okay.
cheated in your past,
Why you do
what was the reason you cheated?
I
If
said
there was
it
a
was
reason,
me.
You
we
said
get
it.
it.
I was
We get it.
selfish.
What was
Selfish.
it? Was
Okay.
it? Was it because of new? It was just some new fresh thing coming around, or
No,
she had a bad
it just
body?
was-
She tickled your fancy. What was it? It was just what? What was the reason?
No, because I met you today. Had I met you 14 years ago, I would have probably dated you. But guess what? I met you today. So because I met you today, I'm supposed to not like take care of you and love upon you. And that's what I'm supposed to do because I didn't meet you 14 years ago. So I met you today. Today I met you, and
Today years old. You was today years old when you figured it
yeah.
out. All right,
So
Stu.
what's the
I'll go right down the line.
harm in
Stu.
He got
that?
a new option. That's what it is. The
Yeah.
answer is he got new options.
Do
No,
men and
it's
women
just-
cheat differently
Yes, I think so. I
or
definitely.
for different reasons?
I think definitely women cheat differently than men. Women cheat more emotionally than men. Men, we cheat because, oh, she got a fat butt, she's cool, you know what I'm saying? I heard she give it up. Like, that's the reason why men cheat, like, at the end of the day. Like, and then especially depending on the guy. Like, if you, like, the way, I'm not going to keep saying us because I don't want to be in a different place now in our lives.
Oh,
but,
wait a minute. I thought we was pressuring each other.
All right, well,
I'm about to turn the screws on them. Don't worry
all
about
right,
it.
listen.
I'm about to turn the screws on.
I don't want to get specific.
All right, but listen, when we were younger, let's get facts. Like when we were younger, we did it because you know what? It was the hot thing to do. It was what we wanted to do at the time. You
was like the
you were
stinky
judged. It was you were judged by how many girls you dated, how many girls you was with. That was a stamp on your approval on your back. So when girls used to come on the block, everybody used to watch. Like, damn, them motherfuckers got them girls coming down the block, and that would make you feel good because you feel right because people are noticing that you are that guy.
Yeah.
And that's something that you like. You want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. You wanted to be the guy. I wanted to be the guy. I needed to get all the girls as possible. I had to get their attention. Not saying I'm searching for it, but I had to make myself to be a staple in whatever was going on at that time. But
So at that point, you cheated for the stamp of approval, is what you're
No,
saying?
he said for fame. He said, he said I was the guy.
So women,
he said he did it because
so-
of fame.
So to be clear, I just want to go
I
that. So
like when
yours,
they say, yo, son, I see you, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
right? So
I'm
then,
not gonna lie. When, they
so-
be like, when another female comes to you and tells you,
Yeah,
like, damn, I said, you had like 2-3 girls in one day. I had to see what that's
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes me feel good.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
overbooking.
not the
feels
stamp
nice.
of approval.
I'm
So
not
stamp of
gonna lie.
approval, selfishness, reluctantly.
What do you mean?
You said you did it for selfish reasons. You
Yeah,
said-
yeah.
Selfish reasons, stamp of approval, and female cheat emotionally. What you got, Mike?
I actually wrote that shit, the same shit down. I wrote that
Not the book.
men cheat physically and women cheat emotionally.
Yep, guys, that's what he wrote down. He did write that down.
Let me double check.
He
right
he
there, it's right
Stu,
there.
Mika, and I wrote the same thing.
Men cheat because, kind of like what he was saying, like the option is available. So if the option is available, it's in the present time, it's current, I think that they're making split decisions and they're making hasty decisions with the intention of, again, just getting something out of somebody for maybe 1, 2, 3 times, however many times you can get it off and be done with it. Whereas females, or at least the old adage is that they cheat more emotionally. They're cheating with the intention of
I really like this person.
getting their fix of emotions fulfilled. So if you're dating somebody that you feel is not fulfilling you emotionally, you're going to seek to find emotions in another man. It may not even be sex. You may not be attracted to the nice guy at work who does these things for you, but you'll allow him to buy you flowers knowing you're never going to have intimate relationships with
Like
him.
Bruno Mars, I
perfect
bought
man.
you flowers.
So yeah, so
Mike is the perfect man.
if you think that
I love it. In a relationship, that's what you're saying. Not in a mean way, but you are responsible for her feelings. You feel responsible for her feelings.
in a relationship,
Yeah.
yes.
That's a really good man. That's what I'm saying. That's a positive characteristic.
I would think you enter a relationship with the expectation that you're going to do for each other.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's in a relationship. But we talking about cheating. Like, why do men cheat?
You got to cheat on somebody you're in a relationship with. You're cheating on a relationship.
Yeah, but you
We keep trying to
in
take
that-
ourselves outside of it and saying that we're just independent. You're either cheating on somebody or you're willing to help somebody else cheat. Either way, you're fucking up a relationship.
Yeah. But
So the way you see it is, you fucking up either yours or somebody else's relationship.
Yeah,
So-
intentionally. And I've done, and again, as a young man in my past, have I done so? Yeah, for the same reasons as him, because it's selfish, but also for the other same reasons is that, that shit is available, it's current, it's Friday. Shit, if I could get it off till Saturday, why not? I might never talk to her again. But those quick, hasty decisions where if I would have sat down and thought about it and was like, yo, you want to cheat on Friday? No, what the fuck, 5 days away? No. But after the club and it's
I'll
dark
see
and
you Friday.
Yeah, you gonna make an ignorant decision
I'll see
real
you
quick.
Friday. I don't know what you're talking about.
I told you I be booking up. Nigga.
Men don't cheat with strategy.
No, that's that. I
So
want
you
to
know
say that.
what?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say
I would
that.
challenge y'all on
That-
one
that's-
thing that all of you guys said. Where you said that women all cheat because it's like emotional and they think about it. I don't buy that shit.
I didn't say that.
No,
I
now
think- I
no.
said it.
I don't buy
now,
that shit.
No, now no.
Never.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just my challenge. This is my challenge.
Go ahead. I got
I've been
something for
friends
that.
with enough females growing up to understand that they just savages like us.
I said they free.
They
They want
have
to be
that.
free.
They have those things where women
Okay.
and they
Okay.
and the thing is that they're being taught that they're princesses and all these other things. But I think when women cheat, we think that it's some in-depth like, oh, she really had. If somebody fucked my girl, they had to go deep. It's right on the surface. You gotta think about it. Because you gotta think about it. If you the guy who was able to crack that code, there's another you out there.
Yeah.
And ain't that much coding we did in our
Yeah.
stupid minds. So for us to say like the availability is our reason for it, first of all, women dictate who fucks who. Let's be clear. Men don't dictate anything. If you walk in a room and there's 40 women in there, you don't dictate who you fucking. They dictate who you fucking, or you're gonna be a hashtag Meech too.
Yeah.
So you need a willing participant to get involved in that. I think we give
Yeah.
women too much credit with that idea that they think things through. I think sometimes women just be like, I'm fucking on somebody. Because I've asked people who cheated on me, like, what was the reason for cheating on me? And it's like, because I think you was doing, you had no proof. You just wanted to, you just wanted to fuck on somebody.
And see, this is the problem. This is my problem that I have when you ask those questions, because you're never going to get a genuine answer why they did what they did to you, right? So at the end of the day, of course, that's a scapegoat for her to make that statement. But in all reality, we all know when we was doing whatever we was doing when we was younger, these females came to us for a reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Never,
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
never.
But think about the female that came to you. The female didn't come to you because Stu, you had some. First of all, you ain't had no in-depth conversation for nobody.
Listen, I wasn't
You
capable.
was. I ain't
I
gonna say
was
the shit you
capable,
was
come
doing.
on.
You wasn't capable of
I
shit.
was capable of having those conversations.
You wasn't capable of shit. I
He's
was with
still
you.
good morning to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You see, this is what I'm saying.
Your side piece conversation is good morning, and you.
No, I was more than just a good one, but that was
1,000 points.
that was just the touching of it. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is this: when you were the side piece, these females came to you. You had conversations about whatever they was going through, but you didn't have to deal with the day to day, and that's the only difference. You still had those conversations. I just didn't have to deal with you day to day. I didn't have to do. Oh, what we doing today, or what we got
I'm not
do.
knocking
Why
on
you
that.
ain't got to plan us no trip? I don't have to deal with that.
I'm not
because
knocking on
those
that. What I'm
questions
knocking
didn't
on that women. I'm just disagreeing with y'all on this, but we all have separate opinions. I'm saying my opinion is, I just think that we give females too much credit, like they cheat with all this like they got some big chart of cheating.
No.
They do, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't
bro.
think so.
It's not that deep. It's surface level.
It's not
freedom.
The same way.
See,
Let me tell you
people
something.
wanna
This.
be free.
If a girl walk in this room right here and she like, and again, I've had plenty of people in my DM who try to fuck on Mike. Some of these people married with kids or fucking in relationships. They in my DMs with something with light skin ponytail. I want people with something with
Ponytail,
like,
2 braids?
Yeah, same thing with you. Right? You want to fuck with them. They don't care. They don't care what your situation is.
And
They
I've
don't
been picking up the crumbs like a motherfucker.
This guy just eating
Rubbing them on my shirt.
just eating on the plate. So at the end of the day, nobody's like, oh, Mike said something intellectual. The shit was on mute. It's the first episode. What the fuck you thought that Mike said that was so smart? Episode 1 that you want to fuck him. He didn't say shit. The book wasn't even out in episode 1. So that's why I said we give them too much credit sometimes. And I'm not saying that women don't do they whatever. I just think that men cheat for selfish reasons, and I think that women cheat for selfish reasons. I think I think we create this dynamic, like you said, where we try to put ourselves outside of
So
this
when
box.
you cheated,
Yeah, what I did for?
because that's what we asked what you did to me.
Can I-
That's exactly what my answer was.
How do you
Can I
identify?
ask you one question?
How do you identify as a cheater?
Can I ask you one question, right?
Trans cheater.
Now listen.
Trans cheater.
I identify somebody that don't
All right,
cheat.
so answer this question, right? Now, getting back to that. Like, you said females, yeah, they be hawking whatever situation they got going on. Now, would it be a one-time hit and split? Or it would be a consistent thing. Now, to have a consistency, that means you serve a purpose. You understand? Now, if it's just a snatch and grab, that's different. But if you're around for a longevity of time, while she's with her other person for a longevity time, you're more than just a snatch and grab. You serve a purpose.
Yes.
You serve a purpose.
No, yes. What I'm saying to you is though that the same thing, the same values that we look for as from guys and the females, they have the same savage views. You don't think there's a stew female out there?
I think now, new age females, yeah, because again, they're presented with all these options.
No, I'm talking about the ones 20 years
They're
ago.
presented with all these options where if you want to go out, you can get a guy that's going to take you out. If you want to go to dinner, you got a nigga that's just going to pay for dinner. If you want to go to a certain destination, you got a nigga that you could call to go to
But that always been a thing, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't see it because we didn't have social media.
I don't think grandmothers was out here doing that.
You think that my mom has 7 kids? And we ain't got the same father. We ain't got the same father. A lot of people now just popping that thing. If you ask all 4 of us on the panel, not to be disrespectful, everybody got the same daddy.
Yeah.
We got multiple sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
We started out episode 2 with Stu talking about my brothers and sisters and my father.
That doesn't necessarily come from cheating.
What?
It could be different
Yeah.
No, it just
That
was
comes
you
from
different
life
because it's your
being
mother.
life.
Yeah.
Life being life. Like I said, you, in a way, like I said, it's nothing against it. It's just you bear the responsibility of not only protecting and providing for your household, you also want to be in control of like her feelings. And if she feels bad today, you'll go get the food and you'll go do the thing. And we don't have to do it. And that is so much fun.
And for back then, nobody was prepared to call nobody's
That's what I'm
mom.
saying.
That's like calling your mom a hoe. Nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now we prepared because we know them and we just now social media and you see what they're doing. But again, multiple women growing up had multiple kids' fathers. Just like multiple guys had multiple
That doesn't
guys.
necessarily result from cheating. Again, those would be separate relationships. My little brother was born 12 years after me, 12 years after my parents broke up. That doesn't mean she cheated.
Yeah.
About
Mike
12
makes
years.
it-
Okay, we're making a specific. I'm talking about people like again. A lot of us have siblings who are like a year apart from us.
Yeah, but
And-
Mike said, "Now, hence not no further."
No, but we can't
Now,
isolate it.
hence not
No,
no
but he-
further
he-
is
he-
what Mike is saying.
He said for him personally.
That's not for him
Yeah.
personally,
It's his
and I'm not,
personal
and
situation.
even though I use my mom, no disrespect to my mom, I'm
Yeah,
using it as an
yeah.
example. What I'm saying is that thing has always been a thing. We just didn't view it as whatever. Women, I don't think my mom was sitting there like, yo, I'm gonna get with this dude, and then he gonna financially do this. I just think it's a situation where it's like, I'm not feeling this guy no more. I'm fucking with old boy. This is working out, and the same thing that we see in these relationships. It's cheating. Cheating is cheating. We could nice it up.
But you're tying it back to their emotions. Like, yo, this
There's no
dude is
emotion.
not-
I don't think it was no emotion to
It
those
is-
7
it
You
kids.
just
is-
said I was
it's-
fucking with this dude, and he's no longer such and such, so I'm gonna move on to what's
It's the same thing that guys do. If you fucking with a chick right now and
No, but guys ain't gonna be like, you know what? She's not really fulfilling how I should feel.
that's the
at
excuse
home.
people use. It's an excuse.
just
And that's
want-
all I'm saying is that we're making excuses when the truth is people just do what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying for me.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
same
we're
thing I'm
making it a value to say that the person is putting some thought into it. The same way you left Friday night and say,
But
oh, whoa,
What
Friday.
I'm saying is women don't have to get into a relationship. Like you said, they control sex. They don't have to get into a relationship with anybody to have sex. So if they're in a relationship with somebody and they decide to cheat, it's because that somebody is not giving them what they value the most.
No, I think that a lot of times women know how they're gonna get viewed because the perception of a woman is different.
Yeah.
If a woman is fucking Ubika right now, she could not even want to be with him. How many guys? Let's be honest. How many of us have female friends? When you sit there, she be like, yo, I don't even really want to be with this dude.
Yeah.
They just with him because if she fuck Ubika today, she fuck Stuart tomorrow, fuck you, and we all gonna say you nasty.
Yeah, but that's how you be a good side piece, because you never let her know that I know I'm 12, and it shouldn't bother.
Coming off the bench.
Yeah, I know I'm coming off the bench.
The end of the
It's
bench.
fine with me.
In
But the
street clothes.
problem is what you said earlier, that guys and girls escalated like it's supposed to be more. Just know you 12.
Yeah.
Just know you 12 in life. Like,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
be 12. Be the
fine.
best 12. Sometimes
Yeah.
people want to be 12 and want to move to the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And then
You're right, but like, listen.
That's how people. That's the part
start
that
calling on
that-
weekends and shit. Like, why you calling me on Saturday?
Yeah, that's what troubles me the most is the fact that people act like they don't know how it plays out. Now, you say you know how it plays out, but you just won't participate, and I think that's great. But I don't like when people who do participate pretend like they didn't know how the other party could have ever done such a thing. Like, you've done it before. You got history. Everybody has history. Why do we keep acting like, oh my God, I can't believe this person would ever do me this way? You did it.
Exactly.
Multiple
But
times.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this right now, like I was saying. It gets to a point, right? If it's just a snatch and grab, right? or it's not. And if you have longevity with a person, the only way you stop becoming, then how do you end being a side piece? Let's talk about it. Think about it.
Ghosting.
You're right.
Why you don't
That's
like
actually the right
if I'm not like ghosting?
No,
there's an
That's the
answer
only
for
time that
You know
answer
what
I'm
applies.
12, nigga, bye. Nigga. What are you talking about?
No.
I'm 12, bye.
Nah, but
I don't have to take the responsibility of anything. I'm
No.
out.
You didn't have to give a legit breakup reason.
But what I'm
You don't
saying,
really-
no, but what I'm saying is this, right?
And I know I've been 12 for a long time.
Get your 100. Tell him to give you 100.
Let me give it 100. Like, yeah,
Let me get at least 50. Let me get 50. Let me 50.
I never used my let me get 100 card yet.
All right,
But this is
go
my
ahead.
first time. But the reason
Episode
why,
10, Stuart used his first 100.
yeah. But the reason why, for me personally, I could say for me, the reason why me being a side piece never, why I stopped, because it worked. It was we had a long period of journey with each other. But why I stopped is because they realized that I was never going to fulfill that number one spot because I didn't want it. So usually when it comes to the point, it hits the head like, all right, cool. I've been fucking with you for this amount of time. We know we have chemistry. You know the sex is good. We be doing what we doing. I'm putting myself on the risk to even fuck with you. All right, so what is the end game? And when you don't want the end game with them, that's the only reason why.
That goes back to my expectation. We agree.
Yeah.
That's when you try to change. When you try to change the trajectory of what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Sex is good, food is good, conversation is good. Now you want to be here with me every day?
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. I just like to cultivate a nice Saturday
But we
afternoon.
get back to the
I
point
think-
when you said that they don't do it for a reason. There's no emotional attachment. Because now, if you sit there and say the sex good, the food game good,
Because she can't tell her friends.
But she could
So
tell
we
her
could
friends.
no, we could
You're
tell.
lying.
We could
The
tell.
females
No,
tell their friends everything.
No,
They
they
feel
do.
that
But then
they
at some
tell
point,
them-
it's like you've been fucking with Stu for 8 years and he ain't give you no ring. I never. When we was younger, I never asked you that.
You're not
Like
even
you
the
fucking with
girlfriend.
Sonya and you ain't buy her a ring. You like fuck. I ain't buying Sonya no ring. I ain't got no money. Her friend will do that. Her friend will do that to her, and that pressure becomes more.
But
than,
not when you the side piece.
Yes. You still fucking with Stu and his bullshit
I don't know the bullshit.
because
That's
her friend. She tell her friend.
Yeah, she know the bullshit.
She don't know the bullshit.
She crying at home because she seen a picture of you with somebody else.
Yep.
Oh, you still fucking with Stu?
Yep.
Why?
That's
Why
what
you
I
fucking
said.
with
But how can she
Stu?
be mad at me
ain't
if she
no
was
more.
somebody
Hold on.
else? That's what
Just
I'm saying.
cultivate a perfect Saturday afternoon, and that's what a relationship should look like. That's it.
Yeah.
If it's a brunch, if it's dinner, you cook, I cook, or whatever, that's it. No more, no
Here
less.
goes back
You
to
come
food.
here,
Here
this
go
is
back
what
to
you
food.
get. Let's go see what
Why we
Netflix
cooking?
got on. Oh, snap. Oh, I ain't see that one. And let's just chill. Let's just hang out. Let's just do that. When you start going above and beyond, you run into a whole bunch of problems.
So expectations. So we could all agree that, well, first of all, we're going to start with Mike's thing, which is really good.
I do.
We shouldn't be
I
trying to
applaud
be,
it. Yeah.
in a perfect world, nobody should be trying to be anybody's side piece. It'd be straight
Yeah.
up monogamy. We don't mess around. We don't
Yeah.
fuck around. You're looking at the camera. We don't fuck around. But besides not fucking around,
Black man
the
don't
problem
cheat.
with side pieces and the problem with the cheating is expectations.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna agree with that? The expectation, when the expectations get higher than the relationship, then
That's
the
when the
causes
problems
dissolve.
come. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Like you
So-
can no longer be the side because now she look at you like.
Okay. Let me see if I should give you. Okay. Whoo. This is a real smash and grab. All right. All right. Okay, no, don't look around. I'm asking you.
I figured that.
No,
the way you looked at me.
I'm starting with you because you know you sit right. You're right in front. Don't fuck around.
And yeah, I'm tired of bending my neck too. So yeah, I was definitely
fuck
looking there
around.
already.
As I said, I said the face, right? I'm gonna put that on next season. That's gonna be. You know how I say you guys look good. I'm gonna put that around.
Hey, if y'all don't believe this shit.
All right. I'm gonna do it again because you said it. Can you ever trust a cheater again? Smash and grab. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
You can elaborate a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could cheat.
It's episode 10,
You trust a
elaborate.
cheater. I mean, what is it that you expect? As long as you understand that life is life and life will be lived, people will live their life. So, yeah, of course you could trust them again.
Yo, Stu, he thinking about a hard body karate. Can you trust a cheater again?
Just
You know what I like? I take your glasses off when you answer some of these questions. Not this one. I'm gonna give you a better one, but you know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
you
I can't
ain't
see your
gonna
eyes.
break him. Didn't he not tell you?
I know, but
My man cool as ice, brother.
I'm ready for whatever.
can you trust a cheater again?
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. That's
To a
it?
certain extent. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
That's the answer. All right. Mike, can you trust a cheater? Well, I'm gonna answer for you. Can you trust a cheater again?
No.
Good, you know the answer.
No, I'm
No.
just playing.
No, that's true.
Not even
No.
close.
No, you can't trust the cheater. I can't trust the cheater again because I can trust that you won't do it again, but that doesn't make you less of a cheater. That just means, oh shit, I don't want to get caught again. So if your intention was to do something deceptive in the first place, then no, I don't think I could trust you to
We
not.
both are Decepticons.
That's what cheating is. That shit is robbery. You just robbed me, bitch.
But he was a celebrity. He was her favorite comedian.
Ooh, does
It
that
was
matter?
somebody
Wait,
from
I'm gonna throw that out. Does
4400.
celebrities matter? Does it matter if it's a celebrity?
Yeah, do it.
Cheating.
It was
Cheating,
somebody
cheating.
from 4400. It was a 4400
Don't do that. 'Cause
co-host.
I can't do it. I'm in a relationship right now.
I'm just saying
No, but
that
does
person
cheating
should
matter?
be given a
Yeah,
pass.
everything matters.
No. Does it matter if it's a celebrity? If she fucked like a
Yes,
famous
it does.
person, it doesn't matter.
Listen,
She
I'm gonna
still-
tell you something. Celebrities just like me and you. They regular people. At the end of the day, I don't listen.
Yeah, I get it.
Listen, at the end of the day,
Like she told you from the beginning, she like, if Idris Elba came through, I'm gonna take
listen,
one
he's
for
a
the team.
regular man like me.
He is. But if she
I
told you
don't
that, she
care.
was transparent. That's not really cheating. She told you straight up, if Idris come through here, Idris getting these things.
What makes him different from the nigga at the gym?
Thank you.
If nigga at the gym come through here, he get these things.
Because he wasn't.
That's why he said everybody.
Everybody equal,
It's
bro.
another man that you are sexually attracted to.
He wasn't
It don't
in that-
matter
But what
kinda-
makes listen? The only thing is becoming a celebrity because you have a status. But you gotta think about before these people became celebrity, it was regular human beings, just like everyone in here. This room.
I'm just saying it's a celebrity crush.
Common
That's what I said,
that their name wasn't as popular, as notarized as it is now. That's what I'm saying when I say regular. I'm not saying they're not regular, but their name wasn't as big as what it is. Now when you put an attachment, oh, he's an actor, entertainer, whatever behind it, that doesn't make because he's an entertainer change the narrative of who this guy is.
That's just more points for you.
There you go.
All right, so listen,
That's what I'm
don't
saying.
shoot the messenger.
Could you trust a cheater again?
Who, me? Can I trust a cheater? Yes. Only way I would be able to trust a cheater, though, if you was completely transparent about what you did. I would need complete
What?
transparency. I would need complete transparency.
Yeah.
So
You
you're
need
cool
the
with
details?
transparency
No,
after
when he
there
say
was not?
transparency, he means in the fact of not details, but
Owning up to
why-
your shit.
owning
Is
up
this
to
a
your shit.
confessional? Don't
No,
make
for
her go
me-
through
so
that.
let me-
Because you can't trust. Listen,
Be straight
So
up-
what'd you do?
be-
How'd
be-
you
be-
get there?
No, listen. If you
How'd you get all the way down
no,
there?
listen. Like perfect example,
Nigga,
right?
she made it.
No, listen.
I'm gonna be truthful and transparent about how she lied. That shit's weird.
no, that's
This- no,
right.
this is-
Because
no,
that's
what I'm
taking
saying to you is this.
accountability.
So what? When I was out there
Accountability
on
is don't fucking
Saturday,
cheat.
you did that when I was going to the store?
You'd
I
be
feel like this
surprised.
episode. I
Accountability
feel like
means you would tell me before I
got it,
found
got it.
out.
I feel like episode
If I
5 all
found
over
out,
again.
now you gotta tell
we
me.
not hold on, because she's not feeling validated. Can
feel
we
like episode
validate?
5
Because I'm
all over
sorry.
again.
I trampled all over you.
I feel like episode 5.
He
all over
need a
again.
hug.
All right,
Give
we
him a hug.
trampling over. Nah, we trampling over him. And we
Can't ask
off.
you for no hug. You
Go ahead, so go ahead and
disrespected me
explain.
episode 2.
Would you
with my
trust
hug.
someone? Could you trust someone again? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So if I could answer my question for you, please. Yes, if the person is completely transparent about who they are at that point. Again, it goes back to having a side piece. The one reason you love a side piece, like you love, and not this ugly term to call them side pieces to some degree. But the one reason you love a side piece is because they are so transparent. Because again, you know the worst part about them. Once you know the worst part about somebody and it is what it is, like, hey, I'm gonna go chill with John today.
Yeah.
Yo, my phone's gonna be off, and you're not worried about having to text that person or nothing like
Yeah.
that. Makes life 10 times easier. Now the illusion in your mind, you're not creating a dynamic of where is she or what's
The
going on.
problem is that with that expectation of someone tries to acquiesce to that, like, okay, I'll tell you, they'll start to fade off, but then they're fighting the fact that they just want to be free. And most people aren't willing to admit that they just want to be free. It was a mistake. It was something. It was a slip up. It was because of all these other circumstances that I got here.
I've been in
But most
relationships
people-
before where people just
so
say,
when
I was drunk and I wanted to fuck him.
But no one really
I
gives
still-
that answer.
I was still cool with it.
Most people just give the answer about how it meant something in some way, and that's where we get this impression that it's emotional.
That's what I said, because
most
y'all put the
people-
pressure, because y'all are putting the pressure on
Because-
people
no,
to say
no.
that it meant something, when sometimes the same way he said at Friday night he was drunk in the club, she was the same drunk. So y'all fucked. Because he
But-
had the ponytail, she wanted to rub the ponytail, and they did it.
Stop
That's
using my
it.
ponytail.
But in most cases, it's
You fucked
because
my girl. No.
yeah. Men get mad. Men get very, very upset. So in order to try to counter that, they'll try to make it seem like it was more than what it was, and they can't just be honest about just being free. But then she'll be back. That's why I said, why are you asking for the details? Like, have
I'm
you
not-
been changed?
don't
Have
take it-
you
don't-
now
don't take-
believed
don't
Jesus
take it-
Christ is
again,
your
don't
Lord
take-
and Savior?
Don't
You're
take
like,
it,
wait a minute. Like,
you're taking my statement out of context. What I'm saying is the level of once I find out, right? Because whatever way I find
So
out,
let me ask you that then. You're saying that you're cool with them being transparent after you found out they weren't transparent.
yeah. Because people,
But you
got
gotta.
people-
Why do you why do you need the details? Just explain it to me.
I'm not
sorry.
saying that. Okay, so to be clear, I'm not gonna be
sorry.
like, did he put his penis in your vagina?
So
I'm not
that's
saying
what
that.
No, he's
I want to
not
know
saying
why
that.
you know
I'm
the
saying that.
details.
He's just asking. I understand what he's saying. He's saying, yo, listen, I want to know what was the
What's up with
reason
you?
and the purpose and what was the cause of this transaction.
Would you
that
be
happened
okay
to
with
you?
this? She hasn't cheated yet, but she's gonna be transparent and say, listen, I'm about to go fuck with this dude on Friday. Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
If she's yet to cheat?
Yes. That level of transparency you need. I think
That's
because
good.
because my thing is like at the end of the day,
He a good man.
You would still
got-
fuck with
He a
her?
good man.
If your girl was like, yo, I'm going to fuck with this dude on
I'm gonna
Friday.
ask you this question right here, right? And this is my thing. If your girl says, I loaned my friend $100,000 or I fucked this guy, which one would be more upsetting to you?
Oof. Fuck.
The $100,000 will piss me off more.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. The same.
Your girl fucked somebody before, you know what I mean? You ain't the first. You didn't meet her like you didn't meet her as a virgin.
Yeah, but she's not going to do it on Friday.
I'm cool with Friday.
She's not going to do it on Friday.
Oh, real quick. This is not on here, but since it's episode 10 and I'm elongating everything. Quick thing, real quick. Why is it that men feel more wronged when a female cheats than if I'm asking that the right way? Like why is it more,
why they still feel violated? Like why is it that a man can go out there? Oh, quick. You're asking why does a man get upset?
why are men more emotional? Like a woman is easier to forgive a man if you cheat, right? If your girl cheated, it's like death to smoochie.
Nah, it's the same. It's the same values.
Same values for you?
Yeah.
Okay, society, you see it that same way in society?
Yeah, I think that those extremes still exist because Mike is going to kill her. So I'm saying when that story comes up, that is the piece that happens.
How about you, Stu, real quick?
I would say because a woman to a man is his biggest prize, right? That's the only thing you could really have tink in his armor, is when you allow someone else to have sex with your woman. That's the only real tink that you can really fuck with a dude with. Like, you can have an argument, you broke, you ain't shit. When somebody say I fucked your bitch, that hits way harder than anything. So
But why?
Because that's you created this situation in your head, like you put her on a pedestal where she is yours. And when something is yours, you don't want nobody else to tinker with or have
You guys have been very consistent, you and Mike, with this that theory.
anything to be, tamper with your shit. So
Mike, what?
when you have that, like I said, that's the only tink in a man's armor you could really have. And for most men is like, you don't want that. You
Mike,
don't want to sit there.
What do you got? Why does it seem more of a thing when a woman cheats than when a man cheats? Why is it worse?
I think
If it even is worse.
to me it's worse only because of the legacy association. If a man picks a woman with the intention of putting his seed in there, he doesn't want to have the mystery of that potentially not being his. So if you're sleeping around,
I'm laughing about something else. What you said.
if you're sleeping around with multiple different men,
Yo, test
then
coming
none
out
of those
tomorrow.
none of those men knows whose that child is.
Fair enough. All right.
That too. That is definitely true.
Good.
Oh,
That shit went back to what is the Roman gladiators did that shit.
I didn't mean Mike was going to
cheated, I'm
actually
taking
kill
your
her.
I know what you meant. We know what you meant. We know Mike
Yeah,
is not
the
killing.
extremes are the
want me to
extremes.
answer the question?
Go on, Maury.
I as I've grown up, I don't see the value. I think the value is the same.
You bugging.
I think the value is the same. I think the value is the same. I think women honor their men that same way they see you walk outside like a prize. I think no woman at this stage of their life, I'm not talking about as a younger person, at this stage in our life, I think no woman wants to walk around with sitting in a room feeling uncomfortable like somebody fucked their man. That's the same way you don't
No
want...
woman wants to feel that way, but like, what I will say is it's more of an acceptance of it because men are, like I said when we first started, women wanted the man that was getting the girl. So like at the end of the day, girls will all break their neck to go pay $1,000 to go take pictures with Chris Brown, right? They'll do that. And knowing who Chris Brown is. Knowing what Chris Brown has done in his past.
No, that's like trying to be, but like you still trying to be the one.
Spent $30,000 on OnlyFans.
He's about
Listen,
like I said, it's a totally different. It's a totally, like I said, it's a totally different.
I'm just saying,
That's
for
a
me.
tough.
There's
That's a
two
tough
sides
one.
of there's two other people that
Because
do other things.
usually if a man going back to wherever he's going, 9 times 10, I don't give a fuck about what's over there. Like at the end of the day,
I think we say that, but I think that's a big. I think that's what men. I would take it for the women in this aspect. I think we don't give them enough credit. Like that's a big embarrassment to be sitting around. Like as a younger kid, yeah, like the girls, whatever. But I think as an adult, no woman wants to feel like you sitting in the room and oh yeah, that's Stu, and it's like every girl in here fucked your man.
That's they like that shit.
What? Yo,
they
they
like
do.
females like that shit
Imagine
because
there's a
you know
man
why?
walking
Because
in
they
that
got
room.
them.
That's what I'm saying. If you're saying you feel like that because you're speaking from your perspective, like, and that's what I'm saying. I agree. Imagine how a woman feels if she's sitting there and like she want to talk about how great her man is, but she like, oh, Stu, I whopped that off 2 weeks ago. Like,
But
that's
that don't
crazy.
mean.
But
But
that's
see,
just,
you know
that's,
what?
Men are
that's the
expected
core.
to-
You
men
gotta
are
just
expected
remind
to be
yourself.
those
You see.
Not
the
now in life.
The
I mean,
difference
as
is with
younger-
that. The difference is with that is the fact that the matter is not just because it's a sexual thing. What did he do for her at that period of time? Did he just give it it?
Details.
Yo, listen, no. For a woman, it does matter because now they like, yo, he just fucked y'all. He doing way more shit for me than just whatever y'all got. Y'all got was.
I guess that's the excuse.
high
I
vibe.
I think that's the excuse to make themselves feel better, but I think we create trauma when we think like that. All right? Women gonna have this gonna be a 400 female episode.
Yo, please comment. Y'all gotta comment. Y'all gotta put some comments in these comment section when you see these episodes because we need y'all.
I got
Now
my
we
bleep
definitely
ready.
need y'all feedback and how y'all feel about what the topics that we're talking about. We just don't want to have 4 men up here just speaking. We want the
could be
females.
we could be totally wrong.
You know what I'm saying? We need y'all feedback. That's
We
all
could
we
be
need.
totally wrong.
Comment, like, subscribe, please, and we greatly appreciate it. And I'm definitely gonna comment back to whatever y'all have to say.
You like that, right?
Mid
You
episode.
know what I mean?
All right, come on, y'all. Hashtag take it down. Acceptable posting in a world full of social media. What posts are acceptable for you and your family? Who wants to take this away? I won't even throw it to nobody. Somebody
That's
take this
his.
away.
Yeah, so we've now acquired followers. We've acquired. We were at episode 10. Round of applause. We're at episode 10, right? We made it to episode 10, right? But we're still people who don't post, right?
No, that's not true.
Nah, I'm about to say.
Because
you
I
right.
can't stop seeing Stuart and Mike on my feed.
Personal stuff, right?
Oh, that's not true because I still see Mike every time I turn
I'll be
around.
posting. I'll be posting.
Yeah.
So go ahead, speak.
Okay, so you think posting personal stuff is okay?
Yes, depending. Okay. Now, his question is, what is reasonable, right? Now, for me,
Yeah, like what is a reasonable post? And I wanted to get into the realm of like, on vacation, is a shawl enough? Or, you know
Like
what I
for
mean?
who? Your significant
Another?
other?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's where you're going with this. So that's why I want to know where you was going with this. So is it posting like you mean like your significant other wearing something?
Yeah, like what if she has a bathing suit and a show on? Is that okay? Is that enough? We are
See
on
them shitties?
vacation.
See them shitties?
Yeah, that's fine.
If you
Because
post it, or is it
I
for your
post it because-
family?
I post it because if I was to post it or she was to post it with me being there, then that's fine. Now it's depending. Like you got to understand, a lot of times females go on trips and act like they ain't with nobody. You already know that, right? Yeah, right.
That happens.
That happens. So now it's all in the realm of what is the post for and how it's being posted. Now, you know, females sit here, well, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be sitting here having pictures with your showing your booty or half naked because you're in a relationship because now all you doing is...
So there is a limit.
There is a limit because
So is a bikini and a shawl enough?
if you're on vacation...
Intention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Intention. If
What's
you
the
took
The
a
intention of showing her body
no,
is the
if you
intention.
took a candid photo and it was her on the other side of the pool in her shawl and bikini, yeah, fine. Now, if she's nowhere near the pool and she's in the hotel room and she's just showing off
Yeah,
this
bikini,
part
bro.
right here, like, what's the intention behind that? Are you trying to elicit likes because it's a sexy
Of
photo?
course, it's varying degrees, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, intention.
Listen, yeah.
A bikini with a shawl, right? Are you understand what I'm saying?
it's-
Let's
Yeah,
keep it
yes.
simple.
That's what
Are you
people wear on the
okay?
If you're on vacation, what you expect to wear them?
Let's take it all the way to the extreme. Provocative photos.
Nah,
I didn't
that's-
wanna let-
Are you okay with a bikini photo?
It depends. If she's on vacation and I'm there, I'm not 9% of the time. I'm most likely I'm gonna be there. But if she's on vacation, then that's fine. A bikini post. Hey, you're on vacation now. Like I said, it's how you take your bikini photos that really matters the most.
She's laying across a rock, like something like that, like very like model-esque, laying across a rock.
She's a
water
model?
dripping on her. No.
Can I
What
tell
if
you
she,
what the
what
book
if
of
she
Mike
tries
says?
out? Can she
Let's go to
Can
the-
she try out the outfits at home?
Let's go to the book. Let's go to the book of Mike.
Go to the Book of Mike. Come on, tell me what the
Book of Mike.
Chapter 6.
Acceptable posts is anything that you can show your grandmother or your boss. So if you're in a bikini,
It depends if I'm your boss.
if you're okay showing that picture to your grandmother and your boss, it's acceptable.
I like that.
If I say, hey, nice photo, I'm going to show my boss, and you say, oh, no, don't show them, why'd you take it? Who is it for, and what's the intention? So
like
if you're
that.
saying that it cannot be
That's a
viewed
good
by
answer.
everybody,
That
Booker
is
Mike
good.
says that shit is
That's a
not
good
acceptable.
answer.
Yeah. Provocative photos, I like it depends. If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be taking provocative photos. And you shouldn't be taking photos of your booty.
But-
you shouldn't be photos taking of your camel toe.
Unless
shouldn't
you
be,
just sent your nigga 5
what do you-
attachments.
Like I said.
My
like,
boo glorilla.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just certain things you shouldn't be doing in the relationship, like, and you shouldn't be posting that, because you opening the door for attention, and the attention that you want to get may not be the attention that you really want, or it may be the attention that you want, but you just don't want to tell the other person that that's what you
And
want.
that's why we gotta move in the shadows.
But that's us and a significant
right.
other. What about, we all got children at this point. What would be unacceptable for your child
Man,
to
listen,
post?
my daughter know right now. She's sitting over there. She knows she posts some shit that ain't she's, but I'm gonna break her neck.
That's what I'm saying. What's unacceptable for her to post?
Anything with her in it.
Anything with her face in it.
Face shots. She could take a picture of her face. She could take a picture with her clothes on. She could take a picture with family members.
What about, let's not do images. Let's say like words or music. What's something that you as a father would be like, nah, that you can't say that, or you can't.
She knows. She knows that right
Tell
now.
them no, I don't.
No, but she knows. I'm gonna tell you right now, my daughter knows. We have this discussion all the time. Like, if it ain't child friendly or you're age appropriate, you shouldn't be posting it. So we have that discussion already. So we're not gonna have that dive down that monkey hole and be like, yo, no. She knows. She know our string of her.
What can your daughter not? Well, all of our daughters are young at this point, but when they're older, in 10 years, what can your
I
daughter not
post her
post?
with so much reluctance. Like, I post her with so much reluctance. Like, it gotta be distorted. She got the like.
No, that's you posting her. I'm saying, what can she post in 10 years that you're gonna be comfortable with, or what would you not be comfortable posting, having her post in 10
Whatever
years?
you willing to live by. You post what you're willing to live by. If you put it out online, you gotta be able to live with it. If you can live with it, then that's just anybody in general. I think.
No, you better
So if
post
she
something that
says-
you be ready not to die for. That's what you need to post.
So if your child says,
I don't need that.
if your child says,
Post
yo,
something you're not
I'm
ready
cool
to die
being
for.
an exhibitionist, so I'm gonna post it, are you okay with that as a father?
Listen, we talking about a long time from now, and who knows what our world would be. But right now, as it stands, my daughter is way too young to be even considering. But
Yeah.
in general, I don't think I'm okay with anybody doing something that you like. Like Kush said earlier, people care about what it is what they see. People want that image. They feel like they're shamed for being a certain person. If you can stand by whatever that is, and you could stand on it, then I don't care. I want you to be able to just stand on whatever it is.
Keep skating the questions.
I'm not skating the question.
I'm talking about you, not what she would live by. Are you okay? She's comfortable with it. Yeah.
My
Are you
daughter can't
comfortable?
post nothing. She's too young to post.
So
we talking about in general.
We're talking about in the future. I know you don't want to think
I
about
said
it. In the
I
future.
don't know what our world will be in the future.
Bro, all right, let's make it real easy. Now your daughter is 21. You're this age right now. She's 21. She's posting this stuff. Are you okay with it today?
Is she okay with it? Isn't that what I said? I keep saying the same thing, which is
Yeah. I said she is okay with being an exhibitionist and she's posting her nude photos.
Nah.
So you're saying if she's okay with it, I'm okay with it. All right, cool.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, cool. You're okay with it. You're okay with it.
I ain't okay
I
with none of that
said
shit.
I wasn't avoiding the question at all.
Listen,
I said that.
Listen, I'm a father, and at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how old she is. You still gonna post what's appropriate. Like, we're not gonna be doing that.
Still
Like,
busting
at
her
the end
when
of
she
the day.
30.
I don't give a
Get
fuck.
on the floor.
Like, you got to be appropriate. You're a young woman, and at the end of the day, sometimes the attention that you may get may not. I'm a man. I know the attention that you may think is cool is not cool. So, again, being older and wiser, you know when someone is making a mistake, and you be like,
All
you know
those-
what? I'm gonna try to avoid you making those mistakes in your life because you're not gonna understand it until later on.
You're right.
And
You're
that's it.
absolutely right. But all those people who are on these shows that we, shun at about who's getting into what physical altercation and stuff like that, those people are posting stuff that their parents have to be okay with accepting.
'Cause it's for
They don't
money.
have to be okay with
It's
it.
for
No,
money.
what I'm saying is you have to be okay with the life that your child chooses. I mean, if that's what they want to do, I'm not saying that you got to be there and be like, dum, dum, da, da, dum, dum, with them. I'm just saying that what is it to have a cast member of people throwing people in bottles in people's faces? All that stuff is they're someone's kids. And they kids keep posting that. That's what they get into TV shows about that. I'm just saying, whatever the person is comfortable posting, they should be able to post it. If that's the way you want to be identified as, you want to be this weird person who does this weird thing, and you want to be viewed that way online, then that's the way it will happen. And you got to live with whatever consequences come with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm the only reason I'm not okay with that is because they don't just have to live with that shit. Now everybody who's associated with them, everybody who's associated with them has to live with that shit.
Yeah.
I told you I used to have a staff of almost like 300 people. 300 people. I won't say names. I'm gonna say one of those young ladies worked at a nightclub where she took her clothes off. Right? You got to live with that.
Which nightclub?
When you come to work, when you
club?
come to work and somebody recognizes you from that, you have to live with that.
Yeah.
But now so does everybody else that is associated with you.
How? Well, how so?
Because now your boyfriend, who was working with you, that didn't know anything about that, now has to hear that indirectly from another man. So everybody has to be, again, conscious of what you're doing and how whatever you're posting. When you're saying, "Yo, my daughter can post whatever she wants,"
that's different than
somebody's
posting,
gonna look
that's-
at it and say, "Oh, that is Ubika's daughter."
You're right.
Not just, "Oh, that's an independent person." Let me think about. They're gonna be like, "Yo,
Yeah,
what did
that's
you
what-
as a father?
Yeah.
Where did
But
you?"
I think
totally-
I'll say this. I think that he's saying he doesn't. That's not his problem because as long as his daughter.
It's not his problem, but it is a result of our parenting. Whatever they're gonna do in the future is a result of what
I
you
hear you,
them
but
to
I
do.
think he has a different level of freedom where he's saying, stop me if I'm speaking for you the wrong way.
Yeah,
but I
maybe
think that he's
clear it
saying,
up.
I think what he's saying is he wants to give his daughter a level of freedom that whatever she is comfortable in her own skin with, then he's comfortable with.
But
whatever that is.
I'm saying you're not gonna be disassociated from it.
The
No,
point
I
is
don't think he
this,
cares
right?
about that. Because if his daughter says, I'm going to be an astronaut and the same thing, he's going to put his arm around her. If
Exactly.
He's
a-
gonna tell everybody,
God
"Hey,
forbid-
my daughter's an
God
astronaut."
forbid
He's
if
gonna be
his-
like, "Oh, she works."
But God forbid if his
No.
daughter's a stripper, I doubt he's going to be like,
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So
no,
if
I'm
he's
saying God forbid. I doubt he's going to say, somebody's going to say, yo, you be good. I saw your daughter
My
stripping.
daughter not less than because of those choices.
no,
and I said
I'm
that
talking
even
about
if that
you
was,
as a champion, as a father. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just
Yeah.
saying dads or women or parents in general. You just said, if my daughter is an astronaut, I'm going to run out and tell everybody, yo, my daughter's going to the fucking moon. If my daughter works at the club down the street where she's stripping,
And she
I'm
makes
not
the
going to
most
run
money.
out to all 50 people and be like, yo, my daughter's a working girl. Go check
Maybe,
her out.
maybe so we can get this house.
You're not going to do that.
You
Nobody's
never
going to do
know.
that.
Go check out Star Keisha.
Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that as a
what
father.
nail polish you using on your toes?
You don't know. Some people are very supportive about
Some
it.
parents would be very
It's
supportive.
funny, but at
I'm
the
not
same
that
time,
level of support.
99% of
I
fathers
think
are
that's
not okay with that.
You can't say
But
that
you-
because
but
these
this is the
those
whole-
because
Why you say that?
hold on, let me
Here's the
say
whole-
hold
here's the
on,
whole
hold on. Let me
comparison.
say this.
Because I feel like I'm still not being heard.
I've never
No, you
heard-
are. But what I'm
I've-
saying is, let me say this.
Go ahead.
I think one thing we forgetting, like, let's take it like a step before stripping, but a step beyond what we constitute as promoting photos. Models and stuff like that take photos that are like, I would deem, me personally, I'd be like, that's extreme, right? They have fathers and mothers who are very proud of them when these photos go up, or when they get seen as the sexiest woman in a swimsuit. With the Sports Illustrated used to come out with the swimsuit. These parents are very proud of them
Because
being these things.
it's a swimsuit and she's getting paid professionally.
Some people
not
are in
to-
Playboy. Hold on. People
No,
are-
we
Playboy
talked
is
about
totally
this.
different. Now,
We
that's
talked
not-
about this
hold
with
on.
Uncle Phil.
Swimsuits and Victoria's Secret models,
I just-
that's
yo,
two
yo,
different
let me get
things. Go ahead.
25%.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Let me get 125%. I ain't say nothing the whole time. I'll let y'all
Go
go.
ahead.
Go ahead,
All
big
I'm
boy.
saying is, this is where we start pushing the goalposts, right? You know,
Put
I bring it
this shit
back.
out on episode 10.
No, we are. What I'm saying this. Some people are, he's saying that he's accepting of whatever it is that his daughter does. I think you're saying, no, you wouldn't be. And he's saying, yes, I would be because it's her choice. Her choice is something that he's comfortable with. And that's what I think that
And that's the goal as a good father or someone who's want to be
And
any bit
the
of
di-
influential.
And the
is that
difference
she doesn't
is,
choose that path.
there's a line for the rest of you guys. Like Stu said, absolutely not. He's just saying that he don't give a fuck what her choices are. Her choices and her choices. Her choices is his choices, like you said. But you can say her choices is her choices. But that's how you get some people who will either dive down that hole or dive down another hole. Because again, everybody's who's up on social media who's dressed what we deem as inappropriate, their parents are not ashamed of them. Some people are like, yo, go check my daughter out in the Playboy, or check my daughter out in the swimsuit, and we may think that's weird, but look at the Jenner family.
And I'm not saying I'm that
the
either.
Kardashians.
My hope
they shot
and
a
my
whole
dream.
they shot a whole porno. Kris Jenner, she wasn't upset that they was in the porno.
My hope and my
she
dream-
structured the contract.
My
Why
point.
would she be upset?
This is my point, though.
No, but again, we're taking it out of.
She wasn't upset. That's exactly the point.
She's the manager. She created it. Why would she be upset at something that she created?
I'm agree. And now
That's
you're
what
going
I'm
down.
saying.
Now you're going down the hole of saying my daughter's doing
No,
something.
what we're saying is the percentage. The percentage of fathers in this country is not 50-50. It's not 50-50 that are going to be okay with their daughter being a stripper. We talked about this
Only because
jokingly.
somebody else. Only
100,
because somebody
let me get
else.
100. We
25.
talked about this jokingly with Uncle Phil. When Hillary was in Playboy, he went off to the monastery or the nunnery because he didn't want to be associated with his daughter being in Playboy.
Because he was a judge.
Most fathers.
Yeah.
It was because he was a father, not because he was a judge. It was because he was a father. He said, I
moral
didn't want
compass.
my daughter being looked at like that. The same way that Al Bundy don't want Kelly Bundy walking around in short skirts around his friends. No father wants their daughter to be looked at as an object of sex.
You can't say that.
Most. I'm saying most.
You can't say that.
You can say that.
Well, I know I
You
don't.
can say that.
I don't think
You
that's
can say
fair.
that.
I don't
But
think that's fair.
why, like I keep saying,
How
why do
many
we have to
times
go
have
down?
you-
Why do we have to go down such a negative route? The point is, I'm
We're
saying,
talking about acceptable posting.
and I'm
mostly gonna be negative.
Hold on, let me get 100.
Ooh, everybody got 100
Alright.
this
He
show.
got it
Okay.
mad too. Look,
All right,
I'm gonna cut you off anyway.
What I'm saying is the goal is that we would hope that what we instill in our children, that they won't be, well, what they choose to post is something that they can actually be proud of. That's what we hope. We hope that what we do on a day-to-day basis means that she can post her new report card, which is something for her to be proud of. Not the bad report card that nobody wants to post. You want her to be able to post something that she could be proud of. And sometimes the answer to that is the sex tape. I'm not saying that that's the part that we want to go down. I'm saying that that person should be able to stand on what it is and who she is and who she wants to be. Some people don't always have this skyrocketing view where I'm going to wear long skirts halfway below the knee and only do this and only do that. Some people, everybody just came off a vacation, nigga. We know what they was doing. And all of them got parents. I'm not
So
saying
what's
that
an unacceptable post?
but just what is acceptable is what the person is proud of.
What's an
what,
unacceptable post?
Something that
she
you're not
wouldn't be
proud of.
That's
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
easy
see,
one.
Okay.
But like I said, for
Oh,
me,
let me answer the other question too, because
Go ahead.
y'all killed me on this one.
Go ahead.
So yeah, when it comes to your spouses and stuff like that, I'm not comfortable with any of that shit.
I started there.
What does that mean?
Like the bikini shit, I don't find it necessary. I don't even like sex scenes in movies. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell somebody what they can and can't do, but
See,
I wouldn't
that's
want to
an
be with
example
somebody.
of unacceptable.
No, it's not enough. I just don't want it. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I just don't want it. I don't want my significant other to be on social media or any media. I told y'all before. One time she took some photos when we went to St. Martin, and it was like really nice photos. And I was like, let me put this back inside my box. It's one of those things. Where it's unnecessary. Again, I granted everybody on the beach is probably looking like, oh, she got a fat ass, big titties, all this other stuff. That's cool. I don't care if I'm there or I'm not there. If we together, I just don't want I don't want any misunderstandings.
Right. You don't want the.
Yeah.
Same thing with my kids. I don't want anything to be misunderstood. All right, quick. I'm gonna ask you a quick question. This is not the question on here, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Okay.
Are you okay with one of your friends liking a photo of your significant other in a bikini or something like that? How about you, Stu?
Repeat that question.
Liking on social
Liking.
media, bloop, like a heart, like whatever, your girl is in a bikini.
No.
You okay with that? Okay. All right. No, she
What do you
posted
like
like.
about it?
Huh? I'm just asking.
Yeah,
If it's a picture of your shorty in the what's her name in Saint Martin, she out there, and then you see bloop, Kush says love.
Nah, everything with you and her in it,
Yeah,
I'ma
nah,
love
nah,
it.
but
Everything
by
by herself,
herself, nah.
I don't give a shit if she was.
So do you text me at that point?
But it's a
Like, why you
slide
got
of
that photo?
10. And I don't know which one you clicked on. That's where you get it. That's the
Is
territory.
that how it goes?
Yeah,
If
if
you
it's a
still gonna
slide
wanna
of
click
10,
on the
it's
whole
only
10?
still one like. But what I'm saying
like
is,
the post.
I don't know what prompted it. Was it her laying on the beach by herself?
You wild.
It's a slide of
Do
10.
I get a text after that? I'm new to social media. Honestly.
Yeah.
Did you get a text? What is
Yeah,
that?
do you text me like, yo, what's up with you, like, yeah, my girl with this bikini on?
That's what I'm saying. You get into that territory if you're gonna be angry about that. If you're gonna be angry that the person is
I feel
doing
like
it,
Stu
then we
gonna give me
I
a
about
don't
to-
text.
even want to be friends with your
That's-
yours
that-
on
I'm about
social
to say,
media. I don't even
like,
want to.
yeah, we-
I don't even want to have your picture pop up to look
I'm
at.
just
the
saying,
X.
I'm
This
just
goes back.
asking, am I getting a text?
This goes
I'm
back.
gonna say this to you right now, right? You had your situation for a very long time, right? And I just now being able to put face to name because you know why? For so long period of time that like if you in a serious relationship
yeah.
with that person, I don't recognize her.
That's the truth.
And
That's a
I
fact.
don't see her. Like it's like, oh, okay.
But you've been
how
liking
you
her
doing?
photos though for years.
You lying. We don't even follow each other. You lying like a motherfucker.
She don't even got social media. I'm fucking
Like,
lying.
I don't even know her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that just
I
me
keep her in the
personally.
basement.
That just me personally. Like, if I know you with one of my close friends and you're his significant other or his lady,
That's why you gotta be okay.
I would not even like your picture. Like,
So
unless
liking,
it's-
so liking the photo is offensive.
Yes.
I had this conversation
Friend
before.
request, none of
I
that
know
shit.
because
Oh, friend
it
request is
turns
a problem
into
too? Damn.
I don't see.
you start making social media.
I'm new to this, so
arguments.
I don't want to be like, hey, what's up? I can't friend request your girl. That's wrong. I won't do it. I just don't. I'm knowing.
I won't do it either. I'm just saying.
I don't
too.
want to listen. I don't want
I'm
to
about
follow
to
your
block her,
female.
I'm
I
about to
don't want to
block
follow. I don't want.
Yeah, should we even be following? Like, oh,
Yeah,
no,
like, you know what I'm
unfollow.
saying? That's just something for me. I just don't feel like what we following.
Why do I want to follow?
I'm
you?
like the
Your
middle, of
girl.
this,
Yeah.
the middle of this couch got bad testosterone. Let's be clear about
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
bull
Why?
testosterone.
Yeah,
Answer it though. Why?
No, I don't know the rules. I was asking. I was
No, I'm
genuinely
saying.
asking.
I'm asking
I'm
you.
scared now.
If your wife has social media and our friend requested and was liking a bunch of her pictures, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
So why you don't want her having social media?
I didn't tell her she couldn't have. She can have whatever the fuck she wants. She can put a blimp up if she wants. She don't want to talk to nobody.
So all right, those same pictures that you wouldn't put up, would you be okay with her putting them up?
No, but I wouldn't. But I also wouldn't date somebody that's interested in that kind of attention.
Yeah, so that's what it comes
That's just
down
me.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
knocking
how
it.
you
Don't get me
solve for
wrong.
that.
I enjoy all the photos.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I enjoy. Everybody who posts the photos, I'm cool with that. I'm not knocking nobody. It's just that you know what you're attracted to. I'm just not attracted to anyone who likes that kind of. I don't like. I'm already a fucking talkative person. I don't need somebody else like me. We be arguing all day. Like get out the spotlight. It's me. Get out. I don't need that. Yeah. But you can friend request her if you do get on mic. I want you to be our first
Hell
friend.
no.
Look.
Friend request
All right.
nobody.
All
I
right,
don't even like
guys.
my friends.
Walk right out of heaven, bringing back a loved one. If you could plan one day with someone who passed away, who would it be, and what would that day look like? Talk to me, Mike.
Ooh, I'm first. Oh, this is good. All right. Book a mic. I got my itinerary. If I could bring anybody back. Ooh, I'm trying to hold my emotions in. Y'all better
Oh shit.
counsel me. All right, we're going in the going too soon lottery draft. I'm picking my grandma, Dorothy Alma Clark, aka my Dot. What's up, Dot? My grandmother passed away when I was in 8th grade in 1998, and it was too sudden. It was way too sudden. Like nobody expected it. She went into the hospital expecting to have a quick procedure and be back out like she was every month. And it didn't happen that way, and she left us way too soon, and it kind of shattered everybody, because at that point, we didn't know what death looked like, especially being so young. But go through the day. So my grandmother's back for a day. In the morning, we're going to make breakfast, and she always drank Pepsi. I didn't give a shit if it was morning, noon, or night. So we're going to have some breakfast with some
Old
Pepsi.
people love some Pepsi.
Yeah, old people love Pepsi.
Oh, yeah,
Pepsi.
yeah. Look, she used to hide her Pepsi from us, and we used to get our ass
Yeah,
whooped.
yeah.
We used to get our ass whooped for
Yeah.
finding it.
Yeah.
After that, we're going to jump in her 1998 Dodge Neon and head down to the shore to Sandy Hook. That was her favorite beach. And again, she's been gone so long, she doesn't know what an iPad is, but I'm going to download General Hospital and all the stories and let her watch that at the beach. My grandmother used to literally get lost at the beach. She would go on literally float on her back way out past the fucking buoys to the point where the lifeguards were like blowing the whistle and she wouldn't even hear them. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit the beach. After that, we're going to go to the racetrack. My grandmother was the only person I knew that loved the racetrack, and she would bring us there as little kids to watch dirt track, or she would watch NASCAR on Sundays and watch motherfuckers make left turns all day. I didn't understand it,
My
but
dad watched that shit too.
I'm about to say now I could watch it only in memory of her. Oh, and she was the only grandmother I ever knew. As soon as PlayStation 1 came out, she had the steering wheel set up with the pedals and everything. She used to jump on Formula 1 and get busy. After that, bowling alley. Absolutely, I think bowling has been passed down through our lineage as a family, through her. My grandmother went through numerous bowling tournaments, so I knew that would be something that she would really enjoy, but I would surprise her at that bowling alley with the 7 great-grandchildren that she never got to meet. So I think that would be an amazing opportunity for her just to enjoy all of the life that she has yet to even encounter, 7 great-grandchildren. From there, we're going to go to her favorite buffet, Ponderosa, right down the street from the bowling alley.
Ponderosa's still open?
I don't think so, but we're going to open it for the day. I ain't seen that
We
shit
got to bring the
forever.
restaurant back, too.
Bring your chef back out of heaven.
You saw you brought the Dodge Neon.
Everything. 7 o'clock, we're going to watch her favorite show, which she will now know is my favorite show, which is Jeopardy. And for the first time ever, I'm going to wash you, Grandma. I'm going to wash you in Jeopardy. After that, we're going to let her boo come by for a little bit. Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, my cousins know this. Mr. Wilson used to show up at my grandmother's door and do a secret knock so that he knew it was her. Don't touch my grandmother's butt. Knock her out.
Yo, that's love.
After that, we're just gonna spend the rest of the night telling stories and giving her a bunch of hugs and kisses. But right before she leaves and she takes out her wings, I'm gonna fuck with her like I always used to fuck with her as a little boy. My grandmother had like a little turkey neck. So right before she fall asleep, we used to go over and go, gobble, gobble, gobble. So right before she leave and fly back out to heaven, I'm definitely gonna do that. So I love you, Dot. I miss you. I know your family definitely feels the same. And we won't have that day here on earth, but I can't wait to see you again and make sure that we go do all of these things up there. So I love you, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
That's dope. That's dope. Not soon.
No.
Hey, if it comes, it
I love
comes.
you, brother.
Mike's like the last episode.
No.
Yeah.
All right, who want to go next?
Well, I don't want to go right after he was. That was
You don't do good right after because yeah.
Because mine is a comedian. It's Patrice O'Neal, and I didn't have an entire day planned. Like you went.
That's your loved one? That's your loved one? Okay. All right, loved one. Go ahead.
No, not a loved one. You said a loved one?
Yeah.
I said that 3 weeks ago.
No, I thought you said somebody from the past that died that would come back.
That's the second,
second
smash
question.
and grab. That's the smash and grab.
You pay attention to meetings? Yeah, leave this in here too. We're not editing this out. Go ahead, Stu.
For me,
Oh, we know. We already know. You already know. It's a grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah. You a grandpa?
it wouldn't even be her.
Who coming back?
You know, I think a lot of the time, a lot of people would expect me to say that, and this is why that when we came into this question, I was like, I know I was going to throw everybody off. Yeah, everybody knows I love my grandmother, how much great times we had and memories we shared with each other, and how she helped me develop as a man to who I am today, and she means so much to me. But her leaving, it was at a good time because she saw me develop as a man who I am today. So she saw me become a man from a young boy raising me. So for her, she left when I was complete. And I feel like it didn't make no sense for her to bring her back when she saw me complete. Mm-hmm. So the person that I would say would be my grandfather.
I said that. That was my second answer.
You said the second answer because he left when I was around 15, maybe 14, like 15, around 15, 16 maybe. He didn't get to see me, you know, the man I developed to be. I remember when we was younger how much he used to be on my back and, yo, you gotta do this and do that, do this. If you don't do this, this is like he was very stern with me. And I think when you're a young man, you don't never really understand until you become a man. And you see everything that he told you was like, this is deep. He was right. I see why he said I need to learn how to do this. I see why he said I need to be this type of individual in order for me to see the light. So it all came down. So it came back into intuition. So for me personally, it would just be my grandfather. He get to see like, you know, like, yo, this is where you living? Oh, okay. Oh, you got another one too? Oh, okay. Oh, we want to ride in. Which car we want to drive in? You know what I mean? We could have those kind of conversations because now he didn't see it, and now he's able to see it. You know what I mean? I think he left and he didn't get to see. You know, maybe from heaven wherever he's at. You know, he's probably looking down and being like, you know what? I see.
say heaven wherever he's at. Let's put him in heaven.
We're gonna put him in heaven. And he's in heaven looking down and be like, yo, he's in having looking down and saying like, yo, I'm proud of my grandson. But to really come down one day and just come and enjoy and spend a day with me, see his granddaughters and sit there and see where I'm living at, my job, you know.
He probably still be yelling at you.
Nah, he ain't gonna yell. He might ask for some new form more.
Nah, he gotta
yell at you.
I'm sorry, maybe that's my personal movie, but I've heard Stu yell the most.
I can be coming back. I know how to do it at least one time.
That's how you know he comes.
It was all about names, but I heard like that's a part of
What do you
it.
think is one place that he would want to go?
One place he would want to go. My grandfather was cool. Like he go to like a bar.
Bar?
Yeah, he was like he play the numbers. That was him. That's all he did. Play the numbers, go drink some Seagram gin, and hang out on fucking Troy Avenue. And that was his spot right there. That's what he did at that time. You know what I mean? So for him, he was like real low key. But he gonna be dressed to the T though. I guarantee you. That man be dressed to the T when you go outside. You won't recognize him. So I guess that's why I get that, from, that dress wise from him. But like I said, just to have him come around, spend the day with me and see the man that I became. For him to be like, you know what, I'm happy. I know he'll be happy to be like, I was a part of that. And then the things that he told me and instilled in me, he gets to see it. And I think that would be great day to have.
Nice.
That'd be good.
Dope. So go ahead, Kush.
Who, me? I mean, mine is simple. I got a copycat. I'll probably be my mom, only because the same reasons that you said for you, your grandmother got to see you complete. My mom, I guess she didn't see me being complete. So, it's even hard to put yourself in an emotion like that, one of those kind of things, because it's like, I didn't get a chance to have that moment for her to see, like, you buy a house, you get married, you do all this other stuff. Then she didn't get to see that, so I would probably bring my mom back. I was young when she passed, so that, like, you know how you said with your grandma, you would do all this stuff? If it was a day, I guess it would be like a selfish day. I'd be like a little kid, like, look, I got $10 in the bank, like looking at stuff like that. You just, $10. They don't want to say how much you got to get robbed after the episode. But I would do stuff like that. I would just do all the stuff that I would like to do, hoping she would like to do it for the day. Show her my daughter, because like the other day I was looking at my daughter, she had like the little hair, my mom had like short hair. And my daughter got like the little short hair. I was like, you look like my mom, and whatever. So for me, it was one of those situations where I really, I'll probably bring her back. And I would just do a whole bunch of, regular shit. You know what I mean? I'll just do regular, everyday shit. I would just take her to somewhere to eat. I don't think it would be anywhere fancy.
Same question. If she had one place that she would pick, would you think she would go?
You know what's so crazy? I think this goes back to like maybe our trauma episode. Unintentionally, I might have just blocked out so much shit about my mom. I wouldn't know where to take her. I would have to ask somebody else. And again, saying my mom would be the cheat sheet because nobody else in my circumference died. I mean, maybe my grandmother. We went to our house too, but that's another thing that I block out. It's like one of those things where you just kind of be like, just put the block speed. So I think to answer that question perfectly for me would be, it would help me unblock a lot of emotions and unblock a lot of my life. Because for a long point from like 1 to like, I want to say like 17 for me is a blur. You know what I'm saying? She died when I was younger than that, but I think like from like a lot of that shit in the middle was a blur.
Well, I can remind you of just a little piece. You used to play with action figures.
That was but that was before you.
Don't say it was a blur, nigga. You was 17.
I did.
And you was a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, I was heavy on it. But I blocked that out
I
too.
can just clean up the little bit of that fog right there.
Yeah.
I blocked that.
Way too old to be still playing with the figure.
Dork.
What are you doing, brother?
But yeah, for
Alice
me,
cut your ass when you came with them Scottie Pippins. Don't forget
Yeah.
Scottie Pippins was fire.
Clear up a little bit of two. I could do like 3
See,
of those.
let me be clear with y'all, right? It's just like this earlier, right? When I broke out these joints, my clear bottoms, my whole bottoms, right? My kids be fire. I don't care what y'all say. My Scottie Pippins was fire.
He ain't never wear them to the house again.
I don't think them shits even ever came back out. You know how they retro everything? You know how they retro everything? They never retro them shits. They never retro them
Let's just
shits.
move
Stayed in
forward.
their time.
Shit was fire though.
Since you said it was a blur, I just, we got other stuff that wasn't a blur, but we gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Remember I took my shirt off and wrote Godson across my
Oh
belly?
yeah.
I was tripping.
Yeah, you definitely was tripping.
All right, come on,
Yeah.
Patrice. What
That
we
was
doing?
fun. No, it wasn't Patrice O'Neal. It was my grandfather. But the truth is, I didn't really know it was about family. And I apologize for that. But if I do want to think of a date in which I would want to do over or extended or have happen again, it would have to be my grandfather on my father's side. Like, he would go to take me to the store and just be like, get whatever you want. I'm an adult now. That's about $4.75. But that was something. Like, I remember like that. It used to be that brown bag of cookies, you know those
Famous
brown
Amos?
bag of...
They still sell those.
What's that?
It's a
Famous
big
Amos?
brown bag with a little space of like where you could see the cookie. It was little small joints.
The 50-cent joints?
Yeah, exactly. It was a
The
big
2
bag
rolls?
though.
The 2 rolls?
Yeah. No, not the rolls.
Oh, you talking about the
It was a
circle
big
bag?
bag.
Oh, the circle bag?
No, it was like a cereal bag. It was brown. It said
Cereal
chocolate chip
bag?
cookies.
Wasn't the
But
Dollar
it was
Tree?
like this. It was like this
that
big.
shit, cheap ass
No,
snack.
bro, that's a
But it was like $1 is the point. I know now that it was $1, but the way he made me feel and like the he had a routine as well, which would be going to St. John's Park and watching whoever play baseball. Because that's where he was going to go. He'd be there each and every day, and whoever was playing baseball was there. But that's where he sat. And I remember I wasn't interested in the sport, and he wasn't trying to teach me the sport, but he was just teaching me how he just be. Like how he just be. And if I would want someone from the past to like a day of that peace that he just would find, he would get excited over certain things, but it wasn't like, you see, son, this is the way the game is going or something like that. It wasn't about that. And I remember that being dope to me, and that's something that I would like, for a day, I would love to have that feeling of just watching it from my older eyes, because stress is stress, but somehow, some way, no matter what stress was going on, no matter what he was dealing with, he'd be at the baseball in the stands just watching somebody play.
Just in the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to be a smash and grub. Let's do that with the accent. The smash and grub.
Smash it, grab it.
Smash and grub. Bring back one celebrity, who and why?
Well, it's Patrice O'Neal.
We heard that. Patrice O'Neal.
Why?
Why?
Patrice O'Neal. I think that towards the end of his life, which adds to conspiracy of conspiracies, but towards the end of his life, he was touching on a lot of things that he was tying conspiracies together in a way that was so practical that I would like to see if he actually believed any of that and whether it was, I want to know if it contributed to his death in a way, but just because I want to know what else he may have known. I think if he would continue that conversation, maybe we come into, that's what I'm saying. He died with a lot of conspiracies floating around him.
All right, Stu, what you got?
My grandfather, he was a celebrity in the house.
Yeah, that's my
I
man.
like it.
He was a celebrity. Like that dude there, he go outside. Like I said, I ain't seen too many old men go outside fresh to death like him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't care if he had $5 in his pocket, whatever. I don't know what he had in his
Them
pocket.
shoes
but
kept coming in.
boy, what?
Them
Yeah, the
shoes kept
gator
coming in.
boots,
That's
all
true.
that, penny loafers, whatever. Man, listen, I'm telling
Hush puppies?
you, this man was a fly guy. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He did not go outside. He did not disappoint, and that for me. That would be him.
Mikey Mike and the Funk Boys.
Bringing back a celebrity, I almost picked Malcolm X, but I'm going with Tupac for the same reasons. I think he's a celebrity, but I think he was more of an orator. I feel like he can move a message more than most could. I don't think people really looked at him as only an entertainer. Pac had an idea, and I think that he was ahead of his time. I think that what he kind of wanted to initially give back to younger black generation is something that we're still searching for today. And even though I know young boys today probably wouldn't listen to any goddamn body, I think if anybody had a message that was capable of being followed amongst our young boys today, it'd have been Pac.
I like it. Stuart cheated because I was gonna say my mom,
There you go.
make her celebrity.
go.
But if we have to go in the realm of celebrities, I probably would do something like Malcolm X. I feel like in today's society, I don't even want to narrow it to race. I want to put it in perspective of how our society should have some level of structure. I think later on, I mean, obviously earlier in his life he was a little racist, but I feel like later on in his life there was a lot more structure and there was a lot more messages that he said back then. I think they came to fruition now, just talking about like the housing projects and how it wasn't a good idea. And we see that sometimes how that can be seen as a bad result now today. I think
It's a trap.
Yeah, I feel like we need society. Sometimes we lack leadership, and it goes back to what I said one of the early episodes with the hyperpartisans. I think now we find ourselves following politicians down such a deep rabbit hole that there's no normal person, there's no average person that we could just say, let's follow that person. Now everybody's attached to.
That's something to me. Yeah.
And now everybody's attached to a political party or some sort of ideology where we've turned everyday life into saying like, yo, I can see Stu right here and he could just take me whatever. Or I can see Mike, or I can see Beaker. Now it has to be some celebrity, right? You following Diddy, being Diddy. Like we brought that up about the celebrities in episode 2. Or, now we're following a presidential candidate around the world instead of just saying the real stuff, the day-to-day stuff, the reason we have our podcast, the stuff, how do you get past breakfast? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to get to being rich. We got to get past breakfast and lunch
Yeah.
and paying the regular bills.
Yeah.
We had that, I think, with Malcolm X here. So to make that question solid, I think it'll be like somebody, if not Malcolm X, somebody in that vein.
So what would the day look like?
Yeah, I'm not a Tupac fan.
That's the same vein.
No, what I'm saying
No.
is, what would the day look like?
Because I wouldn't take away, I like yours. I would just take away the music, aspect and just strictly make it about your day-to-day structure.
That's what I said.
No, I like it.
As an orator, but I wouldn't, yeah.
I don't even know what orator means. That's you with that book.
Go look that up, y'all. If y'all don't know what orator means, you
All
can
right,
send
guys.
it to Kush.
I really appreciate everybody hanging out with us for the first season.
10
episode 10.
episodes.
10 of those things.
You got a dime worth of
episodes.
episodes, a whole decade of episodes.
You guys crushed it too. You guys never let me down.
Season 1.
Yeah, come
You
on,
guys
son.
never let me down. You guys showed up here every day with the works.
Come on, son. That's why I come. You think I'm gonna just come up here and look good and I'll be ready for this shit?
Yes.
That's insulting. That's insulting, man. That's insulting.
Sometimes I just put the episodes on mute and just watch you.
We out of here. That's 10.
Ten.
Throw your cards.
Oh, man.
Throw the cards.